trying to figure out whether I can do this with a hat on today or hat off. I think we can manage with hat on.
How's it sound?
You know what?
Is it okay?
I think so.
It sounds funny to me, but
it's muffled because I have a very thick hat between my ear and
it's muffled. It's muffled anyway.
You have a lot of hair, I can see.
Maybe
between
maybe
your
it's a hair
phones
issue
and your ears.
Could be. I couldn't brush my hair today. It was so tangled. I had like to stand up and just really go at it. It was tough.
I didn't brush my hair, so
yeah, it's from wearing a scarf.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it was this scarf for 2 days, scarf kind of thing.
Scarves give me horrible dreadlocks in the back, so I often have to try to pull my hair forward into 2 little braids to keep it away. Sometimes hoodies do it too. There's something back there to rub against, or neck warmers. I wear a lot of neck warmers. Mm-hmm. It's often a very big problem. I hear you though. Scarves are notorious for giving me bad dreadlocks.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, it's been a big week.
It has been a big week. It's been a big week.
week.
It's been such a good and a bad week all together that it's turned into this giant muddle of emotional meltdowns. Mm-hmm. But that's good. I'm figuring get them out of my system now and go through the winter smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we had that new moon in Scorpio.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we sure did. Oh my gosh, it was big for me.
That was start
Wednesday.
Astronomy this early in the morning? Astrology, whatever it's called.
It's in lockstep with what you're thinking about the week, how it was and why it was what it was.
I'm not a fan of Novembers.
Yeah, we're opposite that way.
You like November?
I love it. I love it so much.
But it means like death and destruction.
No. A gardener doesn't see it that way.
Well, you should, because it's like everything is crumbling and rotting.
No. It's like all the life is just going underground. It's so beautiful.
Although it did rain so much that as I was driving around the other day on a weird, miraculous time when the sun had popped out for like 4 seconds, everything was sparklingly like emerald green, as you know, the way it gets that bright green fresh color in the spring.
Yes.
Because it had been tricked into thinking it was like sort of spring for a minute because it had been cold and so much rain.
Yeah.
And then wham, sun and warm.
Mm-hmm. That happens.
Everything went like, oh, spring.
I love that.
But it was false spring, Kristina. It's really still November.
Love it.
No.
Deep down in my soul. Oh, so, okay, let's just clear this up because I had this revelation that, you know how I've been struggling with how to respond when somebody says to me, what's up?
Yeah.
The thing is that what's up is not a question.
No, it's not.
Well, why didn't you say that?
You can just come back and say, hey, how are you? You can also respond to the question.
Let's try.
Okay.
What's up?
What's up with you?
No, that's not fair. That's like cheating.
Sorry.
That's like evading the answer. Let's try again.
Okay.
What's up?
It's great. How are you? Sorry, I gave it back.
It's great. You can't say it's great to what's up.
You can.
Let's try again.
You can say it's great to anything.
What's up?
Hey. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's close.
Yeah, what's up has morphed into just a greeting. It's not an actual...
It's not a question.
It's not a question.
If you had told me that, like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
You can interpret it as a question. If you have something you want to say, like, if you really want to tell them what's actually up, you can do that.
You could have helped me.
It's also socially appropriate just to say, hey, you.
All those awkward conversations that's with Bo that started with what's up that I just couldn't handle.
Bo says what's up a lot?
Always. I pick up the phone and be, what's up? And I just wouldn't know what to say. And that's a bad way to start a conversation, like being perplexed.
They just did a really nice job playing at my sister's Halloween party. And Bo had on these amazing hand-blown, someone literally blew them for him, glass horns strapped to his head.
Wow.
Like twisty, tiny little unicorn horns, 2 of them on either side. So they're really more like devil horns. But they also had little lights inside of them. So they were lighting.
How do they stay on?
I could not tell how they stayed on because I saw no strap or anything. It's like they grew right out of his head. So there must have been some sort of fancy adhesive.
Because if they're glass, that's dangerous.
Whatever it was, there was some sort of magic happening because
he must have been sober.
I think so. I mean, you don't want to have glass horns stuck to your head in a dubious manner if you're not.
No, I think that's a sign that he's just
anyway,
he's got his act
music
together.
Was super good. We didn't stay very long because we were very, very tired. And John, speaking of glass, had a pane of glass glued to his butt for his costume. I saw that. So it just made being around other people and sitting down very awkward. Because
did he think of that?
Whose idea? Sort of. That was his idea. It was a last minute costume. And we're usually really up on our costumes because I like costumes, but we've been too busy. So the last second, I scrambled around in the dress up box and finally just said, I'm just going to be a pumpkin. And I just got an orange dress and painted like a jack-o'-lantern on my face. And I was rooting around through this stuff. And another unicorn horn I grabbed and I said, John, do you want to be a unicorn? I can make you a tail really quick. I'm yelling from upstairs. And he was like, no, I'm good. Where's the super glue? And then I came downstairs and he had a pair of jeans that he'd ripped going over a barbed wire fence ages ago that was sort of left near my sewing machine. And I was going to fix it a long time ago, but I never had. So he'd taken a pane of glass, really plexiglass actually, and super glued it into this crack, this rip in the butt of his pants. And his costume was he was a pain in the ass. But he had to change once we got to the party because he couldn't drive or be in the car with his pain in the ass. Yeah. And then once we got there, he couldn't sit down ever, which is fine because it was crowded and it was kind of standing room only.
He could perch on a chair.
Carefully on one hip. But the other thing is when we were dancing, people kept accidentally whacking into the pane of glass.
I'm glad it wasn't glass.
Yeah, and he actually cut the corner that was up his butt off, so it wasn't like a pointy thing.
It looked uncomfortable.
Sure did.
Yeah, kind of. That's part of the
clinched the. Wow, Emily, your husband's such a weirdo.
That was part of the effect. Yeah, I think the total overall effect was pretty good. Made everybody just feel uncomfortable.
Yes, it did. John's costumes usually do that.
Yeah.
His giant baby costume a few years ago was so disturbing.
That really disturbed me. And I didn't see it in person.
No matter what he does, he stays in character, so it's even more disturbing.
The box of popcorn. Right?
That was Chinese takeout.
Oh, Chinese takeout. Yeah. Sorry.
That was hard for him to be in character. Because there really is no character for a box of Chinese takeout.
Oh, yeah, but how was he in character with this pane of glass?
I don't know. He was super straight-laced looking, he wore a dress shirt and all, he was just kind of vaguely irritating, I guess.
He acted that way? Or he actually was irritating?
I guess he was acting that way. It's hard to tell.
Okay. Wow. That's why I stayed home. I just couldn't handle that complexity.
As I get older, parties are becoming increasingly more I got an idea for a party. Let me stay home and do nothing. That sounds way fun.
What was awkward at the party besides that costume? Was there other stuff that was kind of awkward?
I'm not feeling like I'm a social butterfly type anymore. Not that I ever really did, but I used to kind of enjoy at least the idea of being around a bunch of people and maybe talking or connecting with people. And I don't enjoy that as much anymore. I feel like I just want to get away and hide now. I think it was because we've had to be front and center so much lately that a little downtime would have been nice.
Right.
I feel always the pressure to be super smiley and positive and upbeat in this whole campaign thing. We had to be out there every second doing stuff. And it's fine. We weren't being fake. I just got tired of just always having to.
Well, too much smiling can be hard. It's hard to smile.
Yeah. After so many honking waves and standing at poles and walking around holding signs, my face hurt actually just from smiling over and over and over again. And the smiles weren't forced, but it just was that's more than I smile in any given day.
It's just so many in a row. It's not, you're not supposed to smile that many smiles in a row.
I know. I'm going to get wrinkles, more than I have already now.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I actually, in a way, we did this honking wave at the intersections here, right up there.
I love that
John kept calling it honk and ride or ride in the park or ride. He kept thinking, not remembering what the name was.
Honk and wave.
But we were right here on the corner of Route 14 and 110 with signs, and we brought our big dog, with his little saddlebags and his signs. And actually, that was pretty fun. It was like a psychological experiment. People are funny in the morning. Like, you make eye contact with, all these people stopping and at the intersection there. And all the teenagers look like hell. Like, we tried to do morning commute hours, before, when people are being dropped off for school and leaving for work and stuff. Not a single teenager smiled or waved back ever. They all just looked like they were in their own little purgatory.
Yes.
Every teenager.
They shouldn't have to get up.
No. Then all the little kids were super peppy, super excited. You could see them being like, hi, doggy, hi. They were really excited. Moms were pretty excited. Old people were pretty excited. The moms that you see going by taking their kids to school, I felt 100 times better about myself because all the moms look the way that I feel in the morning. A few of them were eating a bowl of cereal while driving, with a spoon and a bowl, holding clamped against the steering wheel. They looked overwhelmed and miserable. And I was like, I'm with you. I know how you feel.
Yeah.
But there was only a couple meanies. A few people in a big truck rolled down their window and yelled vote Republican, ASS holes. And I was like, oh my God, what? But mostly everybody was super nice and friendly, and it was cool.
Wow. That's just amazing. Okay, spelling word.
Okay, I have a pen, I have a paper, I have everything I need for this.
Look, I thought I stapled this, but it didn't stay. There's no staple here. Look at that.
There's probably no staple in your stapler. You probably put it in there and banged it and nothing happened.
Yeah, I was in a hurry because I was a little bit late this morning. So.
No, you weren't. You got the primo parking spot. I can always tell if you're on time or not because you must get here before all the people take those good parking spots. Because you got the best, the most popular parking spot.
I know. I feel proud.
You should.
Okay.
All right, give me this word.
This is a tough one. Yeah, I think you're not going to get this. So just don't get mad at me about it.
I'm done being mad.
Okay. Connoisseur.
Okay, hang on.
And I had to use this word this week. I think that's the only reason I learned how to spell it. I didn't learn how to spell it. I couldn't spell it if you asked me. But I have it written down.
First of all, I can't remember if I was one N or two, like Connecticut.
Don't look at me for an answer. Or I'm not giving it away just for nothing. If you pay me, perhaps.
You're out of luck, baby.
I wish you'd give me more presents or something. I just
I'll try. I'll try giving you more presents, but
I felt like getting something today.
I'm sorry.
I felt like I wanted a special treat from someone.
So my friend Lisa brought us a little basket last night because she knew I was super sad because a very dear friend passed away, and it was like a half I'm sorry you're sad and congratulations at John 1 basket with chocolate and wine and yummy popcorn and stuff in it. But then I took the stuff out of the little gift basket and I set the gift basket on our kitchen table, and it's like the size. It's like I'm making a little like a bigger than a Kleenex box. Like if two Kleenex boxes were kind of side by side, that's how big it was.
Okay.
And it had a little decorative napkin cloth in it, and I took everything out, and then both my cats saw it and booked it right to it. And it was too small for even one cat. If one cat tries to cram himself in it, it's very comical because they can sit up, but they can't lay down. But both cats decided they want to cram into it. So they're shoving each other out and cramming into it. And I tried to bring other boxes and baskets out so they would feel like...
This is a huge evasion from spelling the word.
Sorry. Okay. CONNESS... EUIRRE or something.
Exactly. It was as bad as I did. That was very bad.
I've typed this word many times, but spell check usually gives me a little hand.
Yeah, it does start with the CONN. That was correct. Are
there two S's too? Or there's two R's coming up later.
No, there's two S's.
Oh, frick.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think you're going to get it.
CONNESS.
I think you should just...
I feel like it's EU first. Or there's an I. I know there's an I and an E and a U and some R's and maybe another...
You can admit defeat.
I fully admit defeat.
Okay.
Clearly.
Would you like me to spell it?
Yes, please do.
Okay. CONN.
Yep.
Oh,
God.
Who would have thought that, right?
A noise.
CONNOISS.
Yep.
EUR.
God.
Connoisseur.
Jeez, crowbar.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool word, I think.
It is. It must be French.
Yeah.
It sounds French, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not Norwegian.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Paid off my credit card this week.
Whoa. Not me.
Well,
is quite high at the moment.
I got really excited because I made this promise to myself that when and if I could ever pay off my credit card, and I made this decision last year, I would switch companies, and I would.
How is it even possible to pay off a credit card? Aren't you still using it? Because.
Well, yeah, it's accruing more now, but I had it down to zero. It's like a game to get it back down to zero.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for us. Pretty much ever, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I decided that if I could get it to zero, that I would look for a green credit card company, like something that was more socially responsible and not Bank of America, not Wells Fargo, something different.
We have Bank of America.
Yes, I did this big search to try to find a so-called, quote, good, unquote, credit card company, and I found one called Salmon Nation.
I feel like Davey is going to write a song about it.
I know. He wrote Pill Nation, and he writes about fish. That's how you put those things together.
I know.
But yeah,
Salmon Nation.
Well, Salmon Nation is actually a term that refers to from San Francisco up to Alaska.
So
it's like 100 million acres.
Migratory spawning.
Yeah,
of money.
It's a salmon area. And so this credit
Your money goes upstream to breed.
Your money goes upstream? Did you say?
Yeah, to breed.
Oh, I see. Well, in a sense it does. That's a great metaphor because, so your money supports in part fish.
I don't like
fish.
I don't
nice
like fish.
I mean, no, you don't. We're not eating these fish.
I know. I'm not there. I'm not that on friendly terms with them.
A salmon? You couldn't like a salmon?
Not as a friend.
Have you ever seen one?
Yes. We found one in the first branch, actually, which was kind of bizarre.
Dead?
Yes.
Well, that's nothing. That's nothing to base your opinion on. Something like a dead salmon. Of course, you wouldn't.
My father was fascinated because he's also into fish, and he first of all found it very bizarre that a salmon was in our little river.
Well, anyway.
Okay, Salmon Nation.
Yeah,
so it's like damnation.
Yeah, so I gotta check. I gotta check that enabled me to pay.
Are you sure this is not a scam or something? It's
what Salmon Nation is not a
real?
Scam. No, it's
like a real
thing.
Credit card.
Yeah, it's a real credit card. Of course, it's a real credit card. I did my research.
All right.
So I was so excited. I was ready to switch over.
It's not gonna be Scamination.
No. Well, I went online to try to sign up for it, and the website was down for.
This is not a good sign.
I was bummed.
Yeah.
I'm going back there. I'm not giving up on Salmon Nation.
Are you sure there's not? Maybe there's more than one environmentally correct credit card. I don't believe a lot of them. Because actually I had one that was called Working Assets, but it's actually Bank of America, so I don't trust it at all. It's just one of those liberal scams that makes you think that rebrand or rename things to trick you.
I think they're just tricking us, but I think that the salmon connection is a good one. So
Herbal Essence shampoo. There's just no herbs.
I remember that. That was
they
my
make their
favorite.
bottle look really environmentally happy,
but
and
that was the
it's
first
not have any chemicals in it. But
that
it's
was the first herbal shampoo. That was the first herbal shampoo.
But it's not herbal, I don't think.
No, now it's considered like a commercial shampoo. But back when I was a kid, that was the absolute first. It was like Celestial Seasonings Herb Tea, which was the first herb tea company.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's got that kind of place in the pantheon of so-called natural products, but it is certainly not natural. It just was a good fake out, and it encouraged people to actually make the real products that were natural.
That's true. I guess some of these fakey products get your mind leaning in a direction that is good, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, time for a song.
But I think the train's coming.
Oh, okay. Let's wait a minute and open the door.
It is. I hear it even through my hat and headphones, and
I wish I could open the window.
It's kind of cold for that.
Here it comes. Okay.
What?
It's coming.
I know.
Here it comes.
I know.
It's really fast.
They even are loud like this when they come through at midnight.
It's really fast. There it goes. There it goes. No, it actually looks kind of slow. They actually slowed down to come through town.
When we were at the Five Old Tavern and Grill really, really, really late into the night waiting for the election results. And they even stayed open for us, which was nice. But then when we left eventually, it was very late at night and the train was just going through as we're going back to our car. And I thought, oh, maybe they won't honk at night because it's going to wake everyone in town up. But they honk. They honk the same way as they honk in the day.
They did?
Yep.
Did you have to look at them? Did they catch your eye?
No. I didn't see any people. It was kind of dark. I just saw the train go.
How'd you feel?
By. I felt like, I don't know why you're honking so loudly. It's like the middle of the night.
Really? You thought it's sort of
I looked around at the quiet, dark houses and I said, I wonder what it's like to live in a place where a train goes like howling through your backyard in the middle of the night, honking that loudly.
You didn't feel a sense of like existential ennui?
No, I just felt like if I had like little kids right now and they all woke up because the train was banging and hooting down the tracks at this time of the night, I would be mad. But I know it's a safety thing too. Maybe they don't hear it anymore the way that I don't hear the phone ringing. Because I've ignored it for so long that I can actually not hear it anymore.
You can zone it out. Okay, I got a song. It's Bo.
Oh, good.
Isn't that amazing?
With or without horns?
I don't know. I don't know the song.
Okay.
I just picked it out.
All right.
Actually, I think it's a retrospective album. Come to think of it,
with him,
it's called Hindsight.
Arlo Guthrie's grandson,
right,
with him the other night, which was interesting.
Krishna.
Yes, that's the name. Thank you. All right, play the song.
Okay. Let's see.
I saw pretty old silver tone.
over.
Whoa. That was, I didn't listen to the whole thing because I tried to put my headphones on right at the end and it was too loud and there was a screeching electric something. So I hope that was great.
I think it was probably great.
Yeah, it was track 1 on hindsight.
It's not actually probably called track 1. Can you hear me okay if I just rest the microphone on my chest like
it sounds good. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to post to Instagram while I'm talking.
We're going to try to be a little social media savvy today.
I know.
I mean, just a little bit.
Well,
post
we just
a picture.
realized that we haven't done a photo shoot or anything fun for a wicked long time.
Yeah, it's time for fun.
And we're sorry.
Do something fun. All right. So, what a kind of a week it was. In fact, it was one of those weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Did you piss anybody off this week?
Oh my gosh. Well, Republicans, I guess. Other than Republicans?
Oh, few. Yeah.
Probably. I probably pissed John off just because I was not as nice as I could have been all week long because I was just so emotionally distraught by this campaign.
How's the Instagram post going?
I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not good at multitasking. You know what? I'll just do it later. How about that?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll do that, and I'll pick up my microphone again. I probably pissed off. The list is probably endless.
No, it's not. No, I don't think I pissed anybody. Well, I might
not have. We might not have pissed off Republicans because John isn't really a party guy, so he's kind of all over the board with his politics.
Exactly. He's a fiscal conservative.
He is. That's true.
No, I think I pissed off my mastering engineer.
Really?
Again, because I keep remixing and then he has to remaster. So if you keep playing that game like for months, it's like he thought we were done, I paid the bill, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, I remixed track 6. Could you just stick that one in and just take a listen? And I don't blame him. He probably hates me now, but sometimes
no, you're
professionally,
just projecting it because you hate it when people do that
to
you.
Do you think? I don't know. Sometimes I
don't think he's pissed.
People don't get
aggravated is different than pissed.
Okay, people don't get mad at, or people don't see me being mad very much, but it happens sometimes. I told you last week I did get mad. I got mad at somebody, and then they got mad at me for getting mad at them.
Yeah, that's what always happens whenever I do get mad.
Well, who started it? Like, what happens then? That's kind of somebody has to do something. And then I get
mad that they're mad that I'm mad because I feel like they should understand that my anger was justified if they are a decent person.
Yeah, and it's always stupid. Like, it's always something totally stupid. Like, I got mad that my friend had tried to drive to my house without snow tires.
Huh.
But I think when you think about it, like, what? But that meant that he couldn't get up the hill. And then I had to come down the hill. And I was so exhausted. Like, I didn't want to get stuck. I didn't want to get stuck not being able to get back up my hill because I just wanted to lie in front of the wood stove. That's all I wanted out of life, was just to be able to lie on my back and just like not move and not do anything and not, so it's just one of those confluences of different things coming together in a sort of a case of bad timing. I mean, he didn't actually do anything wrong. So, that's just this, there wasn't any validity really.
Wow.
I mean, perhaps poor judgment, but you know.
Sometimes when you're primed for aggravation, poor judgment is just such an irritating thing, though.
Yeah, I had a client pissed off at me this fall.
Why?
Well, it goes back to what people.
Oh, we did too, actually. Now that I think.
Did you?
It. Yeah, our first unhappy wedding. Well, it wasn't even a wedding, actually. Event space people.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to give them a partial refund for nothing, for them actually being stupid. Because we were stupid, and it was not a wedding. It was another type of event, and we did not our contract is written very specifically about weddings, even though we technically are all kinds of event space. So the person wasn't having a wedding, so we didn't give them the contract because it was a sort of very small and a simple type of event for a tiny, tiny portion of our regular costs. So we just didn't do a contract. Yeah. But now we have nothing to prove. Why didn't we do this and this and this and this?
They expected stuff and you didn't do it.
They expected basically the full wedding treatment that people pay a lot more for.
Extras. The extras.
Which it would seem obvious that at a tiny, tiny fraction of the cost, that's not what they're getting. They're just renting the space. But again, it's sort of our fault because we spoke about it and they knew it, but there was no contract in writing to say so. So in the end, they can fuss, and we don't have the leg to stand on.
Those silent expectations that always creep up on you.
Anyway.
Yeah, so
that's a bummer.
Well, my situation, it was a client who, it all comes down to cluster flies, as usual. It was a cluster fly issue.
Why?
I know. I say, well... I've talked to you about my clients who have cluster flies and they spray their house. And I've just been gently challenging them. Like every few years, I'll just challenge them. And this year I said, could we check and see what the pesticide is that you're using? Because some of that spray gets into the garden. And so she was nice enough to contact the company. It's the same company that's been doing it for years. And so they sent the name of the product. And then he actually CC'd me on the email, so I was supposed to reply to him something, but I didn't see that, or I didn't notice it, or I was going to research the chemical. I don't know what happened. I got busy. I didn't get back to him, and then he ended up like taking her off the schedule of the spraying schedule, which is like a 2 or 3 week window, so it's really special. You have to get on the schedule, or you miss the window.
Oh, so basically him showing up to spray their house hinged on you.
He was waiting for me to
whether it was okay
exactly, because he didn't want to get sued by me or something, because I don't know what his thing was, and I just was taking it more casually. I didn't quite get it that I had to respond to him. Plus, I researched the chemical, and you just can't find out that much about some of these chemicals. It's really frustrating. So anyway, she suddenly contacted me, and she was all like freaking out because he had dropped her from the schedule. She's really upset with me. So I just I had to just make good. I had to just contact the guy and say, look, this is totally not my decision. This is the homeowner's decision.
Right. It was just something you were wondering about.
Yes, so please proceed. Even though I hate it. I hate it. I basically, those gardens that are around the house, I refuse to touch them for about 2 to 3 months, which puts us into November, basically. So I've just been shutting those gardens down. It's a bit of a pain. Yeah. So that's my story. Yeah. What else?
Let's see.
What else, lady? I know you don't want to talk about astrology, but I have a lot to say about it today, so we'll get to it. Well, new moon in Scorpio, come on. That's got to be fascinating, don't you think? I mean, because first of all, a new moon is invisible. It's invisible. You can't see it, so its power is invisible. And then Scorpio is so amazing. It's like the hidden self, the deeper hidden self. So you've got, not only do you have like an invisible moon, but then you have the hidden self, right?
Someone said that the larger a scorpion is, the less deadly they are. The tiny scorpions are the ones that are really poisonous. And as they get bigger, it's like they're poison dilutes or something.
Wow.
In their other bodily fluids.
Okay,
sorry. That's what I have to say.
Well, it's okay. So this new moon in Scorpio, it was on Wednesday. So what happens? What happens? Well, it's all about your repressed emotions coming up. And so the best place to do that can be your car. Because don't you how do you unrepress?
I like my car. I didn't go in my car, though. I spent Wednesday not doing things, I think.
Okay. Well,
no,
you might have missed this opportunity for but it's ongoing.
Okay.
It's really ongoing. It's just you get special support from the universe at certain times for certain things to occur. It's like a catalyst.
Support this week. I felt not
supported in certain ways.
Yeah.
I understand. I know.
Scorpio's not my sign.
But your car is such a wonderful place to just let it out.
I do
it's
love
dark
being in the
and
car.
it's like I was working outside.
I love the car because it's a womb and nothing can get you in there, kind of.
Yeah,
I mean, it can. Lots of bad things happen in cars. Yeah. But as long as you I don't know, road trips make me feel the way that the train makes you feel. I'm going away from my worries and cares and nobody can expect me to be doing anything because I'm not there.
The open road.
I can't be doing things for people.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
And you can eat bad snacks and they don't count when you're in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel safer to talk with people in the car. You feel like what you say doesn't leave the car, even though of course it does. When you're little and had sleepovers with friends and it's dark and you can tell them anything in the dark and you think it's fine. And of course later they blab your secrets everywhere, but you can't stop talking about things.
That's a beautiful, beautiful feeling, beautiful time warp.
You feel safe right then. And the car is like that.
Yeah, it is. Especially, see, this is what I like about November is, for me, I work outdoors a lot, and then I'll work outdoors for 8 hours and then get into the car and I'm exhausted and I get in there and it just feels so good it's dark out.
You can turn the heat up really
It's dark.
High,
you can turn the heat on.
It's a tiny space and you can kind of cook yourself. I love that.
Yeah. And you drive back those dirt roads that just go on forever in the dark. And you just I
like to drive in the dark because I can't see.
I didn't even mean to unrepress my emotions. Yeah. I didn't mean to. It wasn't like it was kind of on the edge of my consciousness that this astrological event was occurring.
Sorry. I'm laying down in my chair now.
Yeah. I know, because it's like me telling you a bedtime story.
It is kind of.
Telling you a little bedtime story.
Your words are just washing over me, but I can't really hear them.
Yeah.
I can hear them. I'm just being a brat.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. So, I just had a great communion with myself.
Nice. I feel it's so weird this whole fall. I'm feeling ever since the museum closed down, I had that weird experience with the ghosty guy who thought that there was a scary room and I shouldn't go into it anymore. And I totally believed him.
Wait, which ghosty guy are you talking about?
Did I tell you about the museum?
The ghosty guy.
The guy. So every year somebody walks into a certain room in the museum and says it gives them a bad feeling.
Yeah.
And for years I've just said, whatever, you're all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it coincidentally always happens in the exact same room, and this last guy who did it right the day before we closed this year was so shaken up. Is that the right tense? Not shook up, shaken up, whatever. And so convincing that I just got all my hairs went on end, and I just started to get a little freaked out because I said, you know what? Even if I don't believe in this stuff, the fact that so many completely unrelated people have said this about this room, and the fact that this guy seems completely normal and has been normal for the rest of the tour and then flips out in one room is kind of weird. Whatever. So that happened.
Yeah.
And so it sort of set me thinking. And then after I lost my good friend Suzy yesterday, I heard her voice all day long. And I don't know if that's just because I was thinking about her. And I was upset because I have lots and lots and lots of pictures and memories of Suzy, but nowhere do I have, I never have recorded her or anything. And she has this amazing voice. It has just a little hint of a southern accent, the way that yours does a little bit, but different. I mean, she's got a much deeper voice, and I was just lamenting I have no way to hear that anymore. And then I heard it all day in weird things. Wow. I was up in my room with the door shut, and the answering machine somebody was talking to the answering machine, and with my door shut and way down, it sounded just like Suzy on the machine. It wasn't, it was somebody else. But from my room, I could hear her voice on the machine, and I said, oh my God. And then later I took a shower, and we keep a bunch of shampoo bottles in the floor on the corner of the shower. And the way that the water was hitting the shampoo bottles, I could hear little certain syllables.
Oh my gosh,
and it was just so
incredible.
weird. It was
cool.
so weird.
That's
and when
cool.
I was in the shower, I actually shut the shower off at one point and said hello because I thought someone had come into the house. I could hear bumping around outside.
Yeah.
And I could hear voices. And it turns out later one of my dogs was outside and the other dog was inside, and my dog was whining and whimpering because he wanted to go out to the other dog was playing in the yard and he wanted to go to her. But the way that when I was in the shower hearing him whining and thumping around out there, I heard her voice. It was just weird.
It's
weird
so
to me.
Interesting.
And I know it's very scientifically explainable. Of course, she's on my mind, and I was freaking out that I don't have her voice anywhere captured. But it just is it is interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, sometimes we hear things that we can't explain for sure.
I know.
I heard something last night that it was outside. There was this huge ruckus in the dark with tractors and people yelling and pigs squealing. But there was a cry amidst all that chaos. There was a cry in the night. And I couldn't figure out what it was. I couldn't figure out if it was a person or an animal or a machine. It was very strange.
Did you ever find out what it was?
This is like our Halloween show, but it's past Halloween.
I wasn't spooked out
No,
at all.
there was
no moment, except for that I really did think someone was in my house when all that banging around was going on, and I yelled hello until I realized what it was. So there was never any moment where I felt spooky, because it was like she was just in my own head. It wasn't like
you don't know that.
I don't either.
You
but
don't know.
All right, if there were ghosts, I wouldn't be afraid of Suzy's ghosts. Like what?
No.
Why would I be?
This is your opportunity. She's like telling you, Emily, you don't have to be scared of ghosts. You don't have to be scared of spirits.
I could be scared of ghosts that I don't know.
Why?
Because maybe they're bad people.
Well, are you scared?
Sure not just good people become ghosts.
When you walk
Kristina.
down the street, there's lots of people you don't know. Do you get like scared about passing bad
kind
people?
Of, yeah. This is why I don't.
No, you don't.
This is why I don't like cities and stuff, because I feel really scared of the possibilities of danger.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean it's valid. It's just
I'm just saying you don't.
If
there are ghosts, we don't know what they can and can't do. And if there's ghosts, just as many of them must be bad as good, right?
Well, there's
just hypothetically.
See, I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm more worried about like malevolent spirits, which are not ghosts to me. It's a completely different category. It's more like demons.
I don't want there to be demons.
Okay,
stop it.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a song and cleanse the palate.
Thanks.
All
Do
right?
that.
And this one,
Give me like a rosary or something while you're at it.
No, you protect yourself. All you got to do is just like love and light, man. It's pretty easy.
Fine. I actually get less scared, even though I'm terrified about death when somebody dies, and it really amps up my fear of death because it's so right there. Like, oh, look, it can happen. I also feel less afraid of death when somebody I know and love dies, because I'm like, oh, it's okay. They're there already, wherever there is. And so I feel less scared about going there.
Okay.
It's a weird mix.
And you have a friend in source creator of all that is, right?
I don't really know what you just said. Sorry. Why don't you just play this song and then you can explain it.
This is called
Explain Your
Broken Hearts and Broken Bones. Let's see. Oh, sorry. We're on a different channel. So I'll
dang,
get it.
broken console stuff.
I think this... All right.
Everyone's got a reason for the way they're feeling, hoping that I'm not yours. We've all had that person who made us feel not important, made us feel the way I do. Broken hearts and broken bones need time to mend, need time alone. Hurts like hell, but that pain will go. Yeah, broken hearts and broken bones. Oh, oh, oh. We've all had that moment that we look back on and went and made us who we are. Well, mine would be last summer. We said bye forever. The hardest thing that I've done. Broken hearts and broken bones. Need time to mend, need time alone. Hurts like hell, but that pain will go. Broken hearts and broken bones. When you look deep down inside, you might like just what you find. You need to see it so you know that broken hearts and broken bones need time to mend, need time alone. Hurts like hell, but that pain will go. Broken hearts and broken bones. Broken hearts are broken bones.
Okay, that was Grayson. Sorry I left the mics on. I don't know what I said. You guys will have to tell me if I said something weird. We were talking about like the weather
or something. It wasn't bad.
Oh, we were talking about that one sunny day that we had.
Yeah,
it was
you
so
shut it
fantastic.
off before we talk about other stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know. I forget what I say.
I don't really notice much difference between what we say on air and off. And sometimes. Often we do have private-y things.
Well,
that we're
occasionally there's something that you probably wouldn't talk about on the radio because you might hurt somebody's feelings.
Right, and that is actually what
we're trying not to hurt anybody's feelings, right? We're just, except the people that deserve to be kind of pushed off cliffs. Occasionally we'll kind of intimate.
Yeah,
you know?
They do. You're right about that.
Yeah. So I did, I saw Lassie today.
Like, in person?
That dog that I love. Oh my God.
Her name is Misty, not Lassie.
That's Misty? You never told me that you knew the name of that dog.
Of course I know the
Misty?
name of that dog.
Yeah. That was my cat's name, Misty. Maybe it's Misty
the
reincarnated.
One in Tunbridge? The one in Tunbridge, right on 110?
That beautiful dog. Lassie, that is my dog.
Well, that dog belongs to Bill Vesper.
Okay.
Actually, and he takes it for rides every single day. In his car. Maybe this one isn't
I'm
Misty. Shoot. No, it's not Misty. Misty was his last dog.
Okay.
Hold on. John just stopped there because he had a lawn sign up there.
Yeah, he did have a lawn sign, which was nice. I liked seeing that.
I can't remember if it's Misty. Shoot.
Well, it's okay.
It ate a lot of treats. John gave it so many treats when he went there to put up the sign because it's a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
No, it's Dog Dad takes it for a ride every day. He does it, puts it in the backseat of the car, rolls all the windows down, and does a very slow loop of like all the...
Yeah.
He has different routes.
Okay, so I admit the dog has a good life. The dog doesn't need me. But
I would probably like you.
The symbol of the dog, I need the symbol of that dog. And I am going to read Lassie Comes Home. I'm going to read. I'm going to read the whole. It's something from my childhood. I'm sure.
You have a collie?
No.
Have you ever had a collie?
No.
I feel like I've heard that collies are kind of high maintenance, but I can't remember.
I've heard that they're stupid.
How can they be stupid if they save... Timmy's one who's stupid.
I know,
he falls in a well like every single day.
Well, I know. We've talked about Timmy.
I'm just saying, how many times can you fall in a well before you realize that there are wells out there to be falling in?
Timmy was a Hollywood actor.
And how come the rest of us aren't just falling around in wells?
Can we find out what happened to Timmy?
He's probably like Ron Howard or somebody. Who played Timmy? I'm going to look it up for you.
But the books are different. I mean, the books are cool, so I want to...
Did you have the little golden book versions of Lassie?
No.
Because we had some of those.
No, I have the old hardback, worn out hardback versions, and Lassie Come Home is the one that I'm interested in, because I do want Lassie to come home. Like, metaphorically, I think this is it's important for us to, like, hunker down, read the books that bring back our sense of childhood innocence, and know that Lassie is going to come home.
Did Lassie get bit by a rattlesnake at one point, too?
Probably.
Lassie or Timmy? No, Lassie didn't get. Who played Timmy and Lassie? Okay, here. It's coming right up.
You think Timmy got bit?
Probably. Timmy was just a big old moron. Who played Timmy on Lassie? There's a lot of pictures here. I don't know.
I don't really care.
John Provost.
I wasn't.
He is best known for his role as young Timmy Martin in the CBS series Lassie. He's got a Wikipedia page, so hang on.
I'm hanging on, but I don't care about Timmy.
He's reading his autobiography. Guess what his autobiography? Guess what John Provost's autobiography is called?
What?
It's called Timmy's in the Well. That I can't even believe it.
Oh, now I'm kind of getting interested in Timmy. But you know why?
He's cute. No, he wears Hawaiian shirts.
Excuse me.
He's a little old for you, but...
Okay, he looks nice enough, but see, this is the thing. Okay, the fantasy was that I was Timmy, not.
Oh no, he's too old for you. He was born in 1950.
Okay, I'm not interested in Timmy. I'm interested in
Lassie,
in being with Lassie.
Bestiality is still illegal. Last I heard, is it actually? I'm pretty sure. Is it? Do we even have to make that law?
I don't even know what to say to you.
I think you can marry a dog in India, Kristina. I will marry dogs all the time there.
I was exposing this vulnerable side of my relationship to animals and my fantasy life of having that kind of a bond with a creature that would come back to me.
Lassie was actually a male dog.
But that's why I tied my cat up.
What?
No, when I was a kid, I was so upset that my cat would, like, this kitten would run away from me that I took a scarf and I tried.
Well, that's how you make it love you.
No, I'm just telling you, this is very, like, this is true confessions for me, okay? So I took the kitten, I'm probably 5 years old, and I had a scarf and I had a railroad tie.
Like a big one? Full-size railroad tie? You tied your kitten to a railroad tie? Was it attached to the tracks still? You're not really endearing yourself to your pets here.
No, it wasn't it was a spike. It wasn't a railroad tie. It was like an old railroad.
Better.
Why did I have that? I don't know. It was my brother's. I tied the scarf to the railroad spike, and I tried to tie the scarf to the kitten to keep it from running away from me.
Did you, like, strap all its legs down and make it a little burrito, or did it have a collar on? Did you swaddle it?
It didn't work.
Clearly.
So I took a crayon and I drew on the wall instead because I was so upset. I mean, wouldn't you be?
I'm just upset finding out that Lassie was actually a boy.
That's why I'm a lifelong vegetarian. It really damaged me.
Were you going to eat it?
No, but I just felt like I owed it something.
If Lassie was a boy, how did they hide the fact that that dog had a penis? I guess collies are kind of fluffy, so you might not see its private parts when it's running around on screen, right?
Well, Hollywood is very clever. I mean, even back then, they could shoot just
his name was Pal, his real name.
Pal? The dog?
Yeah.
There was only one Lassie on
television?
television?
Pal played Lassie for 7 films.
Oh, wow. But I want the books.
And 2 television pilots.
I feel like as soon as it got in the hands of Hollywood producers...
Pal was ready to retire after 11 years in the industry. Oh, there were 8 other... Oh, no,
my God. What? I just got a text from Paul who said that Timmy never fell in a well. So where are you coming from, Emily?
I just read you what his autobiography is called. Clearly, he must have had some...
I'm sorry, there's some mix-up here. There is some mix-up.
Does he know? Did he watch all the Lassies?
Keith and Tina are trying to contact us as well. This is an important topic to a lot of people.
Oh, my God.
Okay, Paul says Timmy never fell in a well.
Okay, right. Now
so we're gonna have to do some research on that.
Timmy,
and let's see what Keith and Tina have to say.
Falling down well.
Oh, Keith and Tina liked the the song. That's fantastic.
Is there actually an episode of Lassie where someone deduces from Lassie's barking that Timmy is trapped in a well? Mm-hmm. The catchphrase "Timmy fell down a well" originated from the TV show Lassie, is common idiom in popular culture played for humorous effect, especially when deducing that fact from Lassie's barking. But is there actually such an episode?
We're gonna have
not,
to.
Where did this come from?
We're gonna have to wind down.
All right. Apparently not.
We have like 2 minutes left.
He didn't fall in the well.
Okay. I don't know what to feel about that.
I don't either.
I feel kind of empty now.
Oh, but wait, he was trapped in mines and pipes and many other things, but not an actual well. In fact, it was Lassie herself who was trapped in a well in season 17's 2-part episode.
Look, I'm just going to read the book, okay? Not going to watch the television
It's possible
show.
People did confuse mine shafts and pipes and things for wells, because he did always get stuck in other things. Not just wells, though. All right, okay. Well, are we stopping? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah. You cleared that up.
Wow.
Not.
My life, it's been just...
Yeah.
Don't know what to say.
I understand. I know where you're coming from. I do. I know where you're coming from. It's kind of temporary.
What will we do without the internet?
Listen, you just interrupted me. I was going to tell you a very important thing, that it's a kind of temporary insanity that you're experiencing.
It is.
And on that... We didn't even
never
introduce
the show or anything.
And we don't have
Hour
time.
Radio. Kristina and Emily. 96.5. WFERLP. Royalton Community Radio.
We'll be back.
Next Friday at 11.
As long as they let us.
And we stay out of the well.
Yeah. And thanks for listening and being with us and suffering through all these dilemmas.
Have a good week, you guys.
Have a good week.
Kylmä kamara, niin eloton mä oon. Kiven murikka avaruudessa, se sydämeni on. Maan pinnalla liian kaukana, toinen yksinäinen on. Katsot kultamoon sen kylmän valon, etkä löydä lohtua. Mutta kuu heijastaa auringon valoa, niin voin kai minäkin valosta todistaa. Katseesi on vaativa, tahdot tulla luokseni. Mut et tulla saa, täällä paleltaa, enkä osaa lohduttaa.